The sun shines fair over Collinwood, and the great estate seems calm, but the calmness is deceptive, for a lifeless body has been found on its grounds, the body of an unknown woman who now lies in a Collinsport morgue, shut out from this bright day, because she made the mistake of being in the woods at the rise of the full moon.
I'm sorry to put you through this trouble, Miss Stoddard, but the workmen found the body in the woods near Collinwood.
I understand, Sheriff.
There's no identification on her. The label in her skirt came from a store in Bangor.
Bangor? I had a friend from Bangor visiting me yesterday.
Well, a lot of people from around here do their shopping in Bangor.
Donna left just before dark.
Was she alone?
No, it couldn't be her.
You ready to see the body, Miss Stoddard?
Donna? Donna? What happened to her? I can't believe it. She left with Chris.
Who is Chris, Miss Stoddard?
It could have been the same animal that attacked me. I'm sorry, Sheriff.
All right now, Miss Stoddard. It's a great shock, I'm sure.
Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you. You want to know all about her, of course. She knew no one in Collinsport except for me. It was the first time she'd ever been here. She lived with an aunt in the city. I suppose I should call.
Oh, no, you can do that later, Miss Stoddard. Tell me, how well did you know Miss Friedlander?
I had known her long. We met through friends. She was interested in seeing Collinwood. She was studying to be an interior decorator.
And who is this Chris she left your house with?
Chris Jennings.
Tom's brother?
Yes. He lives in a cottage on the estate. He has for several weeks. He was driving to Bangor for the evening, and she asked him if she could go with her.
Did you see the car pull away?
No. No, Chris had parked at the gate. He always does.
Have you seen him today?
No. But I saw the car there. I saw it on the way here. I just assumed that Chris had gotten in very late. I'm sure he did, Sheriff.
Well, we know your friend never got to Bangor. Now we have to find out whether Chris Jennings did.
Why don't I remember? Coming back here, always knowing I'll find signs that last night was no different from the night before. That girl, Donna. Who is it?
Carolyn. I tried to phone you, but the line was busy.
Yeah, something's wrong with the phone. What is it, Carolyn?
Donna is dead. Chris, what happened? That's the police. I had to come and warn you.
Mr. Jennings?
Yeah.
I'm Sheriff Patterson.
Yeah, what is it?
I'd like to ask you some questions.
Well,
Now.
Yeah, come on.
Well, Miss Stoddard.
I just stopped by to tell Chris. There's nothing illegal about that, is there, Sheriff?
No, there isn't, Miss Stoddard. You planning to stay for the questioning?
No, Carolyn, you're going up to Collinwood now.
All right, Chris.
Well, I don't know what Miss Stoddard has told you.
That her friend is dead.
Is that all? And obviously, you didn't drive Miss Friedlander to Bangor.
No. No, I didn't.
Why not?
Well, I was going to, you know. I intended to. And I got this headache. I get them, migraines. And I told her just to take my car on. I gave her my keys, told her to leave the car at the bus station in Collinsport, and that she should bring me the keys later. I'd get the car this morning. In fact, that she should leave the keys in the car.
Your car is down at the gate. Did you pick the car up at the station this morning?
No, I didn't.
And she didn't take it.
Well, no. She was supposed to. I assumed she would. You say the car isn't there. I guess it isn't.
You live here alone?
Yes, I do.
Did you bring that girl here last night when you had your migraine?
Why would I do that?
You tell me.
No, I didn't. As far as I know, she didn't even know where this cottage is. I left her at Collinwood.
How did you spend last evening?
I told you I wasn't feeling well.
Did you call the doctor?
No, I didn't.
Did you see anyone?
No.
You spent the whole night here alone.
Yes.
Did you hear anything unusual? Oh, I'd kind of like to see the rest of your house, if you don't mind.
You got a search warrant?
No, I haven't. But if you've got nothing to hide, what difference does that make?
You have to have a warrant, don't you? You know that.
All right, I'll go back to town and get one. You better come with me.
Well, I don't know why. I've
Because
told you
there's
everything
something
I
here
know.
that doesn't make any sense. Now, that girl was killed nearer to this house than any other house on the estate. In the woods between here and the main house. Judging from the appearance of the body, she put up quite a fight. Yet you say you didn't hear anything.
That's right, I didn't.
Maybe you'll remember better in town. To drive your own car or ride with me?
I don't have my keys. You know that.
Oh, yes, yes, I'd forgotten. You gave your keys to the girl. You ready, Mr. Jennings?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Frightful.
I feel so responsible.
Yes.
Barnabas, if we hadn't let him take her with him, do you think we could have stopped it?
I don't think so. I had the feeling that wherever they left, and wherever they went last night, it was Donna's fault. She must have delayed him until the moon was up, and then he couldn't help it. The werewolf does not choose his victims.
They've taken Chris to the police station. Sheriff Patterson is making a terrible mistake. Chris had nothing to do with Donna.
Are you so positive?
Julia, of course I am.
Carolyn, where was Chris last night?
I don't know. But if he didn't go to Bangor, then he must have spent the evening at home. He usually does. He very rarely goes out at night. You know that.
Carolyn, Chris was not home last night.
No, Barnabas and I went to his cottage.
Why? Why did you go there?
We saw that the car was still there.
And we were worried that something had happened to him.
When I invited him to dinner, he was quite insistent about having to go to Bangor.
You both think Chris is involved, don't you?
We don't know.
Well, I do. He's not.
Carolyn, you're very interested in Chris Jennings, aren't you?
What does that have to do with this?
I simply wanted to know.
Why, Barnabas? Are you so afraid I'll disgrace the family because I like a man who's being questioned by the police?
Of course not. I was merely wondering how much you liked him. I see it's quite a lot.
If the two of you know something I don't, I wish you would tell me. Because I do like Chris enough. Enough that it's terribly important to me that I know everything about him.
I see.
We don't know any more than you do, Carolyn.
Then you should want to protect him as much as I do. I'm going to call our lawyer. Mr. Garner will know if the sheriff has any right to take Chris. Perhaps he'll even come up here.
Barnabas, what are we going to do? That poor girl.
Well, we can't worry about her. We must go to Chris's cottage.
Now? Why?
Well, if the police are really suspicious of him, they're going to send somebody over to search the house.
Yes?
Well, I want to be there first, that's all.
The police took him about a half hour ago, Mr. Garner. There must be something you can do.
We'll be back, Carolyn.
No. No, I don't think they're charging him. They can't. He's innocent. I'm just afraid that Chris may not know his rights. I wouldn't in the same situation. They may get him to say, well, anything. Will you call the sheriff's office? Tell him you spoke with me. If you can speak with Chris and he wants to see you, will you go there? Thank you. You're very kind. Please call me back. Yes, goodbye.
I don't know why we're here.
Well, we haven't very much time, and I don't want to spend any of it explaining anything.
What are you looking for, Barnabas? At least tell me that.
A sign, Julia, a sign.
Of what?
Guilt. If I am correct, he probably wouldn't have had time to dispose of anything incriminating. I imagine that the clothes he was wearing last night are still here. You look around the living room.
Barnabas!
His shirt, blooded.
Donna's purse.
Then I was right. Oh, how sorry I feel.
We must take these things to the sheriff right away.
Wait.
What for? Barnabas.
Are you aware, Julia, that there will be another full moon tonight?
And he will change wherever they're questioning him.
Yes.
Oh, we must go and warn them.
But I haven't finished, Julia. I haven't decided what to do yet. There are so many possibilities.
So you may have left your house last night.
I don't know.
But you said before you didn't leave.
I can't think right now.
You know, you shouldn't have told me you were watching television until you had the program straight.
Sheriff, I was sick last night. I was sick. I may have gone out. I was not myself.
I'm beginning to get that impression. You weren't drinking too, were you?
I may have had a drink. Why?
Just covering all the possibilities, that's all. Look, I'll tell you what. Suppose I'll leave you here for a while.
What do you mean, I'm under arrest?
Don't go jumping to conclusions. I've got some paperwork I should be doing. You can use the time to try to remember it. And this time, make it a story I can't punch holes in, will you? Call me when you're ready.
Hey, Sheriff! Sheriff, what time is it?
Did you lose your watch last night, too?
Just tell me the time.
About 4:30. You've got plenty of time.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here fast.
Julia, the police may arrive here any moment.
Barnabas, you cannot do what you're planning to do. It's madness.
Well, we'll discuss it on the way back to Collinwood.
Well, Barnabas, at least listen to me and hear my point of view.
Julia, I respect your opinion, but this time I must follow my own intuition, and no one must stop me. Now, come quickly.
How much time has passed? How much time do I have? Give up. Just get it over with. Go to the door, call him in here and tell him what happened last night. Tell him what's gonna happen again tonight. Sheriff! Sheriff, I remember now. I remember the whole thing. Sheriff!
Yes, I see, Mr. Collins.
I can tell you now.
Well, I'm glad you called. Yes.
Sheriff!
Thank you very much, Mr. Collins.
Sheriff! I know the whole story. I remember it. You know? I remember. I remember.
Well, do you now?
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of it
You know, you
before.
shouldn't be embarrassed about having too much to drink. A lot of people black out when they've been drinking. Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky you were with Barnabas Collins. It's about the best alibi you could have in this town. Well, goodbye, Mr. Jennings. I'm sorry to cause you so much trouble.
You mean I can go now?
Thank Mr. Collins. He told me you stayed all night at his place. Look, next time, drink a lot of milk before an evening like that. It lines the stomach. It works, I can tell you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. I'll do it.
I purposely didn't turn on the lights. Good evening, Chris.
Mr. Collins. I don't know why you did what you did,
I don't imagine you do.
but I'm grateful for it. I want you to know I appreciate that, but listen, I'd like to be alone right now. I mean, I can't stop to talk about anything.
No, we don't have much time to talk, do we?
No. We'll talk tomorrow. Barnabas, you've got to get out of here.
When I leave, Chris, you will leave with me.
Look, you did me a favor. I appreciate it, okay? A big favor. I don't know why.
Because I know you, Chris, are innocent.
Well, thanks. That's fine, but still, I've got to be alone. You don't understand.
Yes, I do. I do understand, Chris. The most important thing about you.
You understand? What are you talking about?
That you are innocent.
I'm innocent. Barnabas, tell me, what do you mean?
I know that you're not only Chris Jennings. I know that you are the werewolf.